Hi guys, welcome back. So I'm out here. I got Mia running around, not really doing anything. I just let her out of the kennel. I'm trying to get over a sinus infection. My little girls, they both had the flu B. I took them to the doctor this morning. I debated on taking them. I didn't think they had the coronavirus, but they had a high fever, no cough. It was around someone else that had the flu B, so I assumed they got the flu B. But what I want to talk about is getting shut down and how it affects people. There's billionaires sitting in hot tubs, choking on cigars, telling people to just stay home. That's all you gotta do. Just stay home. Well, it's not that simple for the average American to just stay home. You gotta get up. You gotta go to work to provide for your family, to put food on the table. So shutting down everything without having the stimulus package in play right now is terrible. I know it's to keep everybody safe, but some of us is already living paycheck to paycheck and barely getting by, and some of us didn't even make enough money to buy the groceries to get us through 2 weeks. Not everybody's stocked up on supplies, so it's a scary time. Not going to work, not knowing if you're going to get a paycheck, not knowing if you're going to be able to buy a loaf of bread for your family. It's terrifying, and the scariest thing is that there's people out there that will do anything to survive. That's the scariest thing. I was at the vapor store the other day, and the guy behind the counter, he said he would thrive in this situation. He's worried about his nieces and nephews, but it wouldn't bother him a bit. And he also told me that he had a few houses already marked out. Guys, what are we? We're Americans. We shouldn't be having to take from each other. We should be helping each other, sticking our hands out, and helping everyone get by these times. Offering them food. Another thing kind of aggravates me is that, the businesses now, since school's shut down, they're offering food, which is great. Why don't they do that during the summer? School's still shut down for 3 months out of the year. They don't offer children food. What are they gonna do then? That's an aggravating thing. I took my girls to the doctor today. Pretty sure they had the flu, but I accidentally shut my youngest's hand in the door, and I went there mainly to get her hand checked to see if it was broke. I didn't think it was broke, but she acted like it hurt her, so I figured I would take her and make sure it's not broke. While I was there, I figured I'd go ahead and get them tested for the flu. Well, I told the lady, because my oldest refused to do it. She didn't want that thing shoved up her nose. So I told her not to worry about it. I'm pretty sure it's the flu. I'm just making sure that they didn't have corona. Us, average Americans, only get one test. And if they was to test my kids today and it come back negative, later down the road, if I thought they had it, they wasn't going to test them again. The vice president got tested. How many tests does he get? I was told that they had to have symptoms. They had to be showing signs and symptoms, and they had to go through all these other testing before they get tested for the coronavirus. So, what's the deal there? It just depends on if you're rich. So what about the average American? They don't get the same treatment? The billionaires, they're somebody special because they got money? This is the kind of world we live in. This is America. It shouldn't be like that. All these billionaires out here, there shouldn't be people struggling and going without food for days. That's nonsense. There shouldn't be homeless people. Quit. Goodbye. I know some of you think, well, they put themselves in that situation. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they was dealt a dirty hand. You don't know what's going on in their situation. And for us to sit here and judge people is BS. I didn't want to do a video like this, but with the coronavirus going on, it's all around us. That's all you hear about. I can't just go on living, every day thinking that there's nothing going on, or putting out a video pretending like we're not affected by it. I went to the grocery store yesterday to pick up a few supplies, and that's when I accidentally slammed my little girl's hand in the door. She was getting in her car seat. She had a hold of the A-pillar in between the back door and the front door, and I didn't notice. And when I shut my door, her hand was in it. So I accidentally shut her hand in the door. And then we went to Walmart. That's it. And I got a few supplies there at Walmart. And then we had to leave Walmart because I couldn't find everything, and we went to a different Walmart. We started out at Kroger's, and then we went to Walmart, and then we went to another Walmart into a different town, and to another Kroger's in a different town. We also went to 6 different stores looking for some Motrin. It's kind of ridiculous. As far as the toilet paper crisis goes, when we first heard about it, we had 3 rolls. My wife said we better get some toilet paper. So I went down to the dollar store and they had some on the shelf. So I bought 2 small packs, not small, medium packs, medium size. I don't even know how many rolls are in. Anyways, I bought 2 packs. Typically I'd have bought 1, but I just bought 2 to make her feel good. If we got toilet paper, don't need to worry about it. Next day I went to the same dollar store, all the toilet paper was gone. I was like, huh, that's kind of crazy. Good thing I got what I got. Then when I was at Walmart, it's 2 weeks later, I've been stopping at the store every day, whether it be Walmart or the dollar store, looking for certain supplies or a little bit of food, and the shelves was empty at Walmart. I seen people leaving with toilet paper. So as I'm walking down the aisle, in the middle of the aisle, there's 1 pallet, and it's got 5 Angel Softs, big packs of toilet paper left on it. There was people standing around on the phones. They're all holding a pack. I was like, you know what? I'll get a pack. I still had a pack left. We haven't opened. I'll just go ahead and get a pack just so we're on the safe side. When I walk over to the meat, I'll begin with, I walked past them because I realized it wasn't worth the argument. I didn't want to fight over some toilet paper. There was only 5 packs left. We had toilet paper. I wasn't going to worry about it. I went in there. I got some of the stuff that I was going there after. And when I was leaving, I noticed that there's still 2 packs, no one around it. So I grabbed a pack, threw it in my cart. Well, as I walked around to the meat side to look for some hamburgers, some other kind of meat, which was all gone. Lunch meat, all gone. Hamburger, pork chops, chicken, it's all gone. No hot dogs, no bacon, no sausage, gone. I noticed the lady pulling out another pallet that had Charmin on it instead of Angel Soft, and that's what we use, is Charmin Ultra Strong. Not that I wouldn't have bought the Angel Soft, I just figured I would get what we typically get. So I followed the lady with the pallet. She set the pallet down. I put the Angel Soft back on top of the Charmin. I get a pack of Charmin, just pretty much traded it out. Well, as I'm walking to the register, I started noticing people staring at me, and it was probably in my head, but I got uneasy vibes. So now I'm starting to worry. I'm trying to get out of the store as fast as I can. I get out of the store, I get in my truck. I start to put my cart up, and well, the cart rack was 5 cars down from my truck. I wouldn't be able to see my truck plain sight. So I stopped, and I looked around, I seen another one. It was across the ways from my truck, but I could see my truck in view. I keep my view, or keep my eyes on the truck. So I put my cart over there in that one so I can keep an eye on my truck, make sure no one took my toilet paper. And it's not for me. I hear a lot of people say that, I ain't worried about toilet paper, I can just use a leaf. Well, where I live, you can't tell, there is no leaves. And what leaves we do have is dry and crunchy. And I can get by without toilet paper, but it's my kids and my wife who need the toilet paper. They're the ones that I got the toilet paper for. I'm not saying I'm not using it, because I would prefer to use toilet paper than some of these leaves out here. But if they don't use the toilet paper, then they're subject to infections. So they need the toilet paper. So to not know tomorrow if we're shutting down or not, and I know other people are in worse situations than us. They've already shut down. They haven't gotten paid. They don't know when they're going to get paid. I feel for you, and I wish I could help. I'm not one of those billionaires. I barely get by week to week providing for my family, and I'm sorry that you guys are going through a tough time. So why can't we get, billionaires? They think the movie stars, superstars, musicians, they think, well, all you gotta do is stay home, and that's not right. I mean, I wish I could just stay home and protect my family and not have to worry about my family, but I gotta go to work to earn a paycheck to provide for my family. And it's great that you guys was blessed and you're in the position you're in where you don't have to worry about money. But most of America has to worry about money. They have to get up and go to work, and they live paycheck to paycheck. And the ones that don't have to, that's great. But you guys could maybe think about it as our side of it, where we gotta get up and go to work to provide for our family. We can't just stay home. And you guys are getting mad and blowing it out on social media, talking crap about the normal American. because we can't stay home. I mean, there's some of us out there that's, you know, being stubborn or hard-headed or whatever you want to say, going to spring break and just living it up. Some of us ain't. Some of us are getting up and going to work, doing what we got to do. So if you guys are in a situation where you have the extra money, you're billionaires, you're millionaires, you're trillionaires, or whatever you want to call yourselves, why don't you help out? Why don't you, you know, fund somebody or fund a foundation or help a hospital with some medical masks or hand sanitizer, help replenish this stuff, help the government that's helped you. If it wasn't for us people, you guys wouldn't be in the situation you're in. So why don't you help your fans? Buy some non-perishable food items and mail it out or give it away or whatever, but why don't you give back to the nation? Or I couldn't sit around making a video pretending that this isn't going on. I'm sorry, I just couldn't do it. I'm gonna try to stay positive, and I hope you guys stay positive. Keep your heads up. We're going to get through this. It's going to be tough, but if we all come together and support each other, we will make it. So thanks for watching.